Did you have any fear that they were going to pick Arie's season for one of the greatest seasons ever episodes?
I ended things with Becca.
I want to take the risk and see if there's a possibility with her.
I want a second chance.
I mean, no, I never really thought that it would be considered one of the greatest ever, to be honest.
Miss Lauren Luyendyk, I haven't talked to you in a while. It's so good to see you. How are you?
I know, it's been forever. I'm doing so good. How are you?
I'm great. I know we're here to talk about your clothing line, Shades of Rose. So I wore a little shade of rose today. And are you wearing
it? I am actually. Yeah, this is one of my tops that I made for the line.
How long had you been working on this?
I started working on this about 2 years ago. We were supposed to launch back in March, and obviously that's when everything kind of blew up. So now we're doing it now.
So how would you describe the line to someone if they asked?
I would say it's a lifestyle brand, and for this particular collection, it's geared towards being able to dress it up or down. So I wanted to make sure I was being sensitive to the climate of what we're dealing with right now. The price point is going to be between $40 and $150, so it's very reasonably priced because I wanted to be inclusive so that everybody could buy the pieces if they wanted to. There's 12 different pieces in this collection.
What does Arie think of it? Has he tried any of the pieces on?
I mean, I should make him try some on. I've been making him do some cross-dressing TikToks over quarantine.
So how did you arrive at Shades of Rose? Is that a little nod to The Bachelor?
You could say it's a little bit of a nod, but the rose for me is a symbol of femininity. So it's the shade of rose.
I do feel like since your time on The Bachelor, we're seeing these different sides of you that we didn't necessarily see on the show. Like you're doing a clothing line and you know, you guys have your YouTube channel.
So we're gonna have a little art project outside. We're gonna paint, right?
Yeah, we're gonna paint.
I want Leslie to make us some artwork for the house that we can hang up. I mean, I've obviously grown a lot since the show. I think being thrust into the spotlight like that is kind of life-changing in a lot of ways. And for me, I've just been forced to get really comfortable with every side of myself. I think also the show is really stressful for me because I really cared about Arie a lot from the beginning, and it was hard for me to see him dating other girls.
There was that strong affection towards her. And yes, logically, we made more sense. I understand that.
Oh my.
I have to ask the tough question, but have you guys talked to Becca at all ever since then? Are things good? Are they copacetic?
I mean, I haven't had any correspondence with her. Like, we talked to her right before her finale, and that was the last time.
But it seems like overall as well.
Oh, yeah, everything's fine. I think everyone's moved on by now.
I forgot that you at one point revealed that you and Arie had briefly met before the show. So how did you wind up going on the show?
I met him at a racetrack, and then 3 months later, a lot of my friends from Virginia, they're all married and engaged, and they're like, there's a casting in Dallas, you have to go at this time, this place. Just like, let us know what it's like. So I was like, okay, fine. I went, and then I just kept making it through the next round. And they actually told me that they wanted me to be on the show before they told me who The Bachelor was. So they're like, you're gonna have to watch Good Morning America to find out who that is. And so I'm watching Good Morning America, and he walks out on the stage, and I'm like, what? Like, what are the odds that I meet this guy the same summer that I'm cast to go on this show, and he was on it like 5 years ago. It was just an incredible coincidence.
Some people are very against like talking to anybody before the show. Where do you fall on that? Do you think it's okay, or do you say don't do it, just go into the show and have the experience?
I would say definitely don't do it. I mean, if you know you're going to be the lead, I mean, I just don't think it gives the contestants a fair chance that are coming on the show to get to know you if you're thinking about somebody back home.
That's fair.
And I love you very much. And I want you back.
Oh, you got me.
You guys are this success story of the franchise, but you did face so much backlash when you were becoming, I almost wonder if you guys grew even closer than some other couples might be because you kind of like only had each other for a little bit.
We say that all the time. At the times where we felt like the entire world was against us, we had each other. And like sometimes it felt like that's all we had. So yeah, we got close really quickly. And I feel like we're a really strong couple because of that.
So we filmed our journey, and although it doesn't have the happiest outcome, I feel like there's people at home that go through this every day.
How would you say that you guys did get through that time and that loss? Did you learn new things about each other? How did you lean on each other during that? And did one of you have to step up more than the other?
We released that video on YouTube about Miscarriage a while back. It was definitely hard for both of us. And with COVID, he wasn't able to come with me to any of my doctor's appointments. So that was a tough thing for him too, because I think he really wanted to be there for me. And it was hard for him to have to sit in the parking lot and not be there. Obviously, I was going through it physically, so it was really difficult for me, but I had to take a step back and be like, you know, he's going through this too. Mm-hmm. So we learned a lot about like working together and, you know, the give and take of going through something like that together.
He got you that beautiful ring. What was your reaction when you got that from him?
Tears. Just, you know, really emotional, because that symbolized something that was a little, you know, heartbreaking for us to go through. So.
Yeah. So does this feel like, you know, does launching this line feel like some positivity you needed, or you know what I mean? Is it kind of a good new chapter to be moving forward with?
Yeah, I think it came at it couldn't have come at a more perfect time, because I started getting really deep into the launch of this when that tragedy happened for us. So it really gave me something to direct my attention towards.
And do you plan on releasing more clothing after this?
I'm already working on the next 4 collections right now. So I'm dropping this one. Then there's fall, there's winter, like holiday is what they call it, and then resort and spring.
Oh, so, resort. Okay.
Yeah.
The next 4 collections. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how much time have you spent working on this?
A lot. Like I wake up at like 5 a.m. and go to bed at 11 every night because I'm trying to work around my daughter's nap schedule.
Oh my gosh, mama is on it. What's next for you guys from here? Do you plan to try and work on expanding the family more again? Are you focused on the work stuff? Where do you kind of see the next year or so for you?
I mean, I'm trying to do both at the same time. Like, this is my work baby, but we would love to have another real baby too. So that's in the works, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Well, I love hearing that. That's in the works.